Zilla was a morbid child, obsessed with death.
She had taken a perfectly good, perfectly beautiful china doll and lopped off its head with a kitchen knife. She then replaced the head with a little white skull she'd fashioned out of clay. She called the doll Amy, and she called herself Anubis, who just happened to be the jackal-headed Egyptian god of death, mummification, embalming, tombs, and all sorts of morbid things. "Zilla," her mother said, "why don't you go play badminton with Yorick?"
"My name is Anubis," Zilla said, "and I have no interest in playing games with my mortal brother."
Zilla's mother despaired over her dark daughter and refused to call her Anubis and bought her pink frocks that were ignored.
But there was a reason for Zilla's strange obsession. When she could remember her dreams, they were silent and colorless dreams of children dying. There was the girl who fell down the stairs, the boy assaulted by bears, the girl who wasted away, the boy thrown out of a sleigh, and on and on. In the last dream a week ago, a poor girl had been embedded in ice.
Zilla often wondered who died in the dreams she didn't remember, or if the children in those dreams lived. Did she truly have the power of a god like Anubis? Or was she merely a girl with a gruesome imagination? That question was finally answered when Zilla had a dream that her brother Yorick had had his head bashed in. This was the first time she dreamt the death of someone she knew. She woke up crying and ran to Yorick's room to find his bed empty. Later that day, his lifeless body was brought home wrapped in white cloth. How did he die? She asked. No one would tell her until she bribed a maid with 3 hair ribbons. Yorick's head had been bashed in by a rock that had fallen from a high tower by a lake, just like in her dream.
"I am a god," she whispered, "or at the very least an oracle of death." If Yorick's demise had come to pass exactly as she dreamt it, then all those other children had been real too, real and dead. The boy who choked on a peach, the girl sucked dry by a leech, the boy smothered under a rug, the boy done in by a thug.
Zilla never wanted to dream again, but how could she prevent it? The sad truth was she could not. She had no power over her lethal night visions.
But she could never remember them again. She could find a way to forget them all upon waking. Then perhaps some children would be saved. In a flash of divine inspiration, for she was divine after all, Zilla remembered her reprobate uncle.
According to Mother, he smoked cigars, gambled, and drank like a sailor. More importantly, Zilla had seen him fall asleep at dinner once. Her mother had sighed and whispered, "Too much gin."
Zilla needed gin. She must speak with her uncle at once.
"Uncle," she said the next day, "when you drink yourself to sleep, do you remember your dreams?" The man stared at his morbid niece and her morbid doll and said, "No." "Perfect. I need you to buy me gin." At first he refused and asked, "Why would a little thing like you need to forget your dreams?"
"Because I dream of death," Zilla said. Then she described some of her ghastlier dreams. The boy who took lye by mistake, the girl struck with an axe, the girl consumed by fire, the boy devoured by mice, "Stop it," her uncle said. "I'll help you. Do you have any money?"
As a matter of fact, Zilla had a small fortune since she never spent her allowance. This sweetened the deal for her reprobate uncle, who always needed more money to lose at dice and cards, so a deal was struck.
Zilla began to drink gin. She drank so much that she passed out before bed and woke up with no memory of her dreams. Perfect. Zilla drank gin until she liked the taste of it. She drank gin until she craved it. And she never remembered her dreams. She even began to forget the dreams she'd once remembered, which pleased her even more. Gin was divine, just like her. Was it a blessing or a curse that Zilla couldn't remember her dream of her own death? In the silent and colorless vision, she wore a dress with flowers on it. Her doll Amy wore a white nightgown with a lace collar. The gin bottle on the table between them was nearly empty. The next day, the exact same scene played out in reality. Then Zilla finished the bottle of gin and lay down her head to sleep, but not to dream. Forever. The end. The Gashlycrumb Tinies, or After the Outing, by Edward Gorey.
A is for Amy, who fell down the stairs. B is for Basil, assaulted by bears. C is for Clara, who wasted away. D is for Desmond, thrown out of a sleigh. E is for Ernest, who choked on a peach. F is for Fanny, sucked dry by a leech. G is for George, smothered under a rug. H is for Hector, done in by a thug. I is for Ida, who drowned in a lake. J is for James, who took lie by mistake. K is for Kate, who was struck with an axe. L is for Leo, who swallowed some tacks. M is for Maud, who was swept out to sea. N is for Neville, who died of ennui. O is for Olive, run through with an awl. P is for Prue, trampled flat in a brawl. Q is for Quentin, who sank in a mire. R is for Rhoda, consumed by a fire. S is for Susan, who perished of fits. T is for Titus, who flew into bits. U is for Una, who slipped down a drain. V is for Victor, squashed under a train. W is for Winnie, embedded in ice. X is for Xerxes, devoured by mice. Y is for Yorick, whose head was knocked in. Z is for Zilla, who drank too much gin.
We're done. We're done. We finished it. We did it. We finished it. High five. Pow. Pow. Oh, done. You're going to win any headbutting contest. You are tough. She a tough baby. She a tough baby. We finished it. And I'm really happy and proud of it. So that is Goreytober. And those are the stories of the kiddos of Edward Gorey. Gashlycrumb Tinies, Amy to Zilla. So I am Rachel of Rachel Gets Creative. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so very much. And I want to say thank you to my sister for making my white dress. And thank you to Andrew, my husband, for putting up with a green screen on the living room wall for over a month. Things are going to get a little back to normal now. Speaking of back to normal, I do not put out videos every day. This is unusual. So I'm going to try to put out videos once a week, and it's going to be back to my sort of art and craft combo. So maybe, hopefully, you'll see something from me this Saturday, even if it's brief. So what else? My brain is like a steel sieve. Everything just falls out of it. What else, baby? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have plans to self-publish these stories on Amazon. That probably won't happen this year, but maybe early next year, and it'll be the stories and then a revamp of the illustrations, a more careful pass at all the illustrations for the book. And that will be a Kindle version, electronic, and then hopefully a paperback or hardback version. I don't know. I've never used that tool on Amazon, but give it a go so we can have an actual book to hold in our hands of Goreytober. And I need to know what to call it other than Goreytober. And I can't call it the Gashlycrumb Tinies. That's taken. So yeah, any thoughts on that? That'd be cool. I can't think of anything else. I think you're awesome. Thank you for watching. And I love you. Bye-bye. She doesn't have any elbows. We're going to go dancing in the cemetery again. You should come with us. Dancing in the cemetery. Oh, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I hope you have a joyful and safe Halloween. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.